All right, so President Donald Trump is delusional. You know what I could say is the office itself is delusional. I just want to call you out on something here 2020. You got to remember something, the fact that you're a minority if you're not using illegal drugs. You are a minority if you have never had or currently have an STD in this country. You are a minority if you are not on a prescription drug. You need to remember something, okay? That many people are mentally effed up in the United States of America. We've got a lot of witchcraft going on. People complain about, oh, what's going on in Africa and the jungles of, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria. That's just coming from the wrong people. It's messed up, all right? It's right here in the United States of America. The point here is that you go back to the way this whole thing started, of course, 1776, and then 87, which was the Constitution. Oh, well, we're going to live off of these things that were amended a few years later, 1791, make these rights, of course, just for the alleged rich people and all that stuff. Okay, so Donald Trump comes out. He's President Trump. There's a difference between Barack Hussein Obama and President Obama. There's a difference between President Trump and Donald Trump. He comes out and says that they're going to get the justice that they want in the courts regarding the blatant forgery. They call it fraud, irregularities. These are not irregularities. These are very serious crimes. I'm just saying right now, this is not going to be, oh, we're going to overturn. You got to realize something too. President Donald Trump has so much blood on his hands for the execution of defenseless, innocent children more than any president in the history of this country. He's brought I've lowered taxes more than any president in history. Debt more than any president in history. I don't want to hear about the complaints that you have regarding all this COVID stuff. Pre-COVID, he's done this, that, everything else, all these jobs, blah, 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 blah. The reality is, it's the COVID is part of your administration, pal. The courts are going to fix everything up. But the Supreme Court, that stuff was created back in the late, kind of really 1800s, but 1700s, y'all. All right? And we're in 2020 now. You can't use the same code for, laws under where we are right now. All right? It's a mess. He made some great points yesterday, and December 2nd, this is probably the most important speech I've ever made regarding the fraud of election abuse and voting abuse and counting all the ballots and all that stuff. They're great points, but we got to remember something, okay? These same judges, the same, I guess you can call them executors or police, people who are supposed to enforce the law and the code and everything, are the same people using these illegal drugs. They're the same people who are on these prescriptions, and they have, I've talked to people, they're the ones who have the mental problems. And what we have right now, the condition, I've been seeing counselors. We don't talk about the election and political stuff and government issues, but it's a condition, it's a symptom of, it's called delusional. They think that they're going to change something, which it feasibly could happen, that okay, well, the federal government's going to go ahead and look at things the way that they should, say, okay, we're not going to allow the fraud. They don't allow it in, like as he mentioned, all these European countries. When people vote in different countries, they don't have these kind of issues, which is why the problems that we have, the highest crime rate in the world right here. Duh. So, you think that the courts, which they should get it right, are going to get it right? Oh, they're going to overpay people, these fake lovers of defenseless innocent children and pro-life people. We're going to overturn Roe versus Wade. Well, I mean, just stop it. The same guy who knows it's murder to be killing a defenseless innocent child, what happened to him? Okay, he had no problem bringing in the National Guard to help people with this whole COVID thing, which is, let's just be realistic. Okay, let's be realistic here. The COVID thing is, pandemic. It's weaponized common cold. People who are just filthy, dirty, they're getting sick, which they should be. And you're going to bring in the national. You can't bring in the National Guard to support defenseless, innocent children. In most countries, they consider that a homicide. All right, when you're having what they call abortion here in this country. Not just what they call abortion, you got the drug, it's just out of control. You've got, it just goes on and on. I mean, you got police who are a bunch of drunks. I don't know, why is it that police and sheriffs like to get drunk all the time and then drive too? That's great. It should never happen, y'all. I mean, the kind of crimes that are happening, the corruption, it goes on and on. So it's a condition all in America, though. These people are mentally ill with all kinds of stuff going on. I've talked about the schizophrenia of COVID. People are paranoid. You've got a bunch of potheads. They're all paranoid. That's the number one, side effect, I guess. Yeah, side effect of smoking weed. Your paranoia. It's such a good, beautiful plant. Why aren't you doing cocaine? Cocaine would be a hell of a lot better for your body to clean out the various types of cancers that you have, and it wipes out inflammation immediately. But you get the point here. People are not being real. They're doing unnatural things, putting needles in their arms, not just for the fentanyl and heroin, but they're doing vaccinations. What? We all know this stuff is making people sicker, and they're just woohoo. They're often, we got bipolar stuff. I talked about schizophrenia, the paranoia. This is not normal, y'all. People in this country are screwed up. So yeah, you're gonna hear what's gonna happen is these courts are not gonna go the way he thinks they should go, and it's gonna really, really, really get out of control in this country, which there isn't any control as it is anyway.